Hi everyone, happy weekend. Thank you for being here today, the day before Christmas Eve. I actually have a batch of coloring books to do flip throughs for you, more than just these here. I have about 8 more in my pile. I got a gift card from a friend of mine, Amazon, about 7 days ago in a Christmas card, and I went and I bought a good batch of books I've had in my cart forever that I didn't have. These two I think I bought a few weeks ago. I don't think I reviewed them. I think I forgot, or I was going to do it in my next haul and I didn't, so I'm going to show you these real quick. I also have a set of Spectrum Noir markers to show you that I did not show you. Last Saturday I put out a big adult coloring book supplies and books haul where I actually tested a ton of different like markers and paint pens. I'll link that video below if you haven't seen it. Also, you can enter up through tomorrow, Christmas Eve, to win the big Deborah Muller book, Christmas book, the 250 pages book of all of her previous Christmas books here. I will not be shipping this until the day or two, by Wednesday at least, after Christmas, to whomever wins. You have to be in the US, and you just enter below in the comments, and then we're putting all the names in like a little cute little Christmas tin, and then we'll shake it all up and pick one tomorrow, and then I will do a reply to your comment that you're the winner, and then to contact me in my email. So keep an eye out if you get any messages on YouTube from me tomorrow. And you can still enter today if you haven't yet. The other entry for this that book was, you need to go back to the comments on my previous video last Saturday when I showed you the flip through the book, and where all the entries are, and I'll link that video below. That was my last coloring book and supplies haul from last week, the last video I put out before today. That's where you're going to want to enter. All right, so first I'm going to show you this Morgana Sky Snow Globe Christmas. Morgana Sky is just a sister company to like the Coloring Book Cafe, and they have these same little postcard type, smaller images of what you would see in the bigger ones, like a gallery, I call it. Morgana Sky's books are fairly basic, so if you're beginner or even intermediate, you can do more blending and detail. If you're intermediate, beginner, it's more simple. But I really liked this one, and snow globes are hard because I just don't do snow well, but I thought this book was really cute. And I'm going to be coloring some of this over next week. You want to know how behind I am? I haven't even showed you guys my video of what I colored in November yet. So the next video I do is going to be what I colored in November, December. And I didn't get to do a lot of coloring the last couple weeks because I'm doing holiday activities and family and medical things. My other cat just passed away 3 days ago. She was 17. My black cat, Esmeralda. My other 17-year-old cat passed away in March, right before my dad did. And those two girl cats I've had since they were kittens. They're sisters. So my black cat Esmeralda, she blew up like a balloon overnight. Practically her stomach was retaining fluid, and went in there, and they found a giant tumor in her intestine that she had miraculously hidden. She was completely fine until like 2 days before. She was still eating. She hadn't lost weight, nothing. It was really weird. It was a very big shock. And by the time they pulled a whole liter and a half of fluid off her, she was like 6 pounds, and her normal weight was about 10 pounds prior to getting sick. So she lost a bunch of weight and retained fluid at the same time, probably for a couple of weeks, and we didn't notice because the fluid was outweighing the weight loss. So yeah, that was a real bummer right before Christmas. So all 4 of my original cats I've had for 16, 17 years are now gone. I lost the other 2 last year, and I love this one, the Christmas Boutique. Merry Christmas to me. My dad and all my cats died this year. It's really been a crummy year. So now I'm catless, and really think, you know, I was thinking, gosh, do I want to get 2 more kittens and start all over again? Like, I have to assume these cats could live 17 or 18 years. So now it's like, oh, I'm finally free. No more litter boxes, no more syringes and elderly cat care and vet bills and cat food and cat litter. But now it's, oh, I should get another cat. I don't know. Because by the time, you know, whatever cats I get now, I might have into well into my 60s. I'm almost 50, you know, it's a big decision, but it's really weird to have no pets all of a sudden. And oh, I don't know. They each have their cat beds with their little cat baskets. I have 2 separate armchairs. My last 2 cats had their own little bed in each chair that they were in all day and night, and because they're old, you know, and now they're both empty. So sad. So I have not done much coloring in December. Plus I'm preparing for this big surgery I'm getting next month, and I just had surgery last month. And my housemate's father is in hospice, went off of dialysis, so he'll probably pass away in the next few days, probably right up Christmas. So yeah, it's been real fun times. Oh man, 2024 better be a better year. Christmas cheer. Okay. Well, I didn't even know it would be a buzzkill in this video. All right, and I really love that snow globe book. I was babbling, but yeah, I really love it. And this one's really cute. This is Creative Haven's Christmas cheer. This one is fun because you can use like your Sharpies and markers, because there's more like real like shapes, easy shapes, a lot of opportunity for like nature color blending. I love my nature colors. I'm still going to do some pages in here to show you. I think my point was I have to do a what I colored in November, December video, but you're only going to see a few December pictures. Ironically, this happened last year for some reason, but usually it's the week after Christmas when everything's done, when I start doing all my December coloring, and then I do that all through January. So February 1st, you'll see what I colored in January will be all my Christmas pictures, probably, or at least most of them. Look at this, the ugly sweater and scarves for the animals. Isn't that cute? I really like this book. And, you know, it's not too late to buy Christmas books for you guys, and I'm going to link all these below. Buy yourself a few little treats for Christmas. You can still color holiday and winter pictures all through January, and if you're like me and love Christmas, you'll pull these out year after year. I have a huge Christmas book collection. I only buy a few new ones each year because I have so many. And some I just don't like. Like, I don't like doing snowflakes. I feel like, how boring. They all look the same. You know, unless you do them all different colors, which would be like a rainbow snowflakes, which would be creative, but weird. Maybe I should actually do that. My sweet Esmeralda. I just realized I have on my iPhone like 20,000 pictures, you know. I have photos of all 4 of my cats dying. Like, you take final photos when you take them to the vet for their final journey or whatever. And I just realized, like, if I go back several years, I have batches of photos of all 4 of my cats having to do that. And I'm just like, oh man, I can't even look at them now. I don't know why we even take the pictures. I mean, we do the pictures are from right before, but you know, oh, and photos of my dad and my mom passing away on my phone also, or right before they passed away. My mom was in 2012, and that's how far back my photos go. So, I think I need to do something about my... Good thing I have the terabyte iPhone gig. Okay. I also have... let's just go into this chibi. So I showed you in my haul video last week some chibis, the Fiesta chibis, the Southern Lotus chibis. This is 4 more chibi books by Alexandra Fessie. I picked these up. I love her stuff. I showed you her cute and floppy book last weekend, which is really like an Easter spring book. But her art is so cute and it's simple, but it's like My Little Pony Care Bear-ish. Like, I just love it. It gives me like a nostalgic feel. So this is kind of a series. It's winter chibis, spooky chibis, chibi mermaids, and magical chibis. So let's start with the winter chibis because it's so cute. I love it. Oh my gosh. If you want anything for Christmas, either have your adult children or spouse buy you these. This set, I mean, what are they, like $6.99 each? So 4 of them is like 30 bucks. Or, you know, if you're like me, treat yourself. So yeah, you have winter. We've got like caroling. And they're cute, right? For some reason, it reminds me of like the Joshua Dunbar cute coloring or easy coloring. But a little cuter. I mean, these ones often will have more white space. So that's always a challenge. You can either fill in it with like a solid alcohol marker. You can use pan pastels, water mediums. You can just leave it white. This is really cute. See, like I love their hair and their clothes and stuff. It's so cute. Cute. So in 4 weeks now, look how cute that is. Assuming I don't chicken out, I'm getting a preventative double mastectomy with implants, because I found out, you know, my dad died in August, that he had that BRCA1 gene. Turns out that I have it. So in women, it causes ovarian cancer and breast cancer, like 80%, like really high risk. So I had my ovaries and fallopian tubes taken out last month, which was no big whoop. Except that it halted all my weight loss. I had lost like 20 pounds before that, and I had like another 20 to lose. Literally, it's been like pulling teeth to, I think I've lost like 3 pounds in 7 weeks since then. It's a joke. And that's with a hormone patch. It's like, yeah, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm getting everything removed and getting implant, silicone. My friends tease and call them gummy bear implants, but apparently in the end everything looks better than at my age than the real deal, but I'm still not looking forward to it. But you know, that's all I have to do at the beginning of the year, and then from there it's all uphill. I've had all my screenings and tests. I don't have any cancer, so that's good, and I'm turning 50, so I made it this far with that gene, not even knowing I had it. So I should be in the clear after that. Look at this. So cute. Like the Christmas in July. These are all original. There must be like 40 pictures in here. I haven't counted, but maybe 25. Okay, and then you get some freebies in the back. Mermaid chibis. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I did buy that one. Okay, so this is the winter chibis. Now let's look at, I love this one, the spooky chibis. Obviously this is a Halloween one, but I love it. Love it, love it, love it. This one has a lot of details too. All right. So cute. And it's interesting because my mom had breast cancer when she was in her late 20s. I was probably like in 1978, 1980. I was probably like 5 years old, or I don't know, something like that. She had a really rare form of breast cancer that they said she wasn't going to live more than a year. You know, and back then things were real archaic. And she lived for like 34 more years. And then it came back as lung cancer. So like out of the blue, and she had never smoked. But so, you know, I didn't find out till I was even in my 20s that she had breast cancer. Like it was like some big old taboo secret or something. And she only had mastectomy on one side. I actually found out by accident because I was going, they were on vacation. I was house sitting, and I was doing some of their laundry, folding stuff, putting in a drawer, and I found like this big envelope that said, post-mastectomy x-rays or something. I was like, what? So yeah, I was kind of mad about that, but she fooled me for a long time. But anyway, we didn't even know if she had a gene. The gene I got is from my dad, because he got the pancreatic cancer and melanoma and prostate cancer, which all come with that gene for men, and his brother as well. For women, it's just the other two. But so my mom to get cancer are so young. Then the 70s, like when you're in your 20s, they don't back then, nobody knows why. They said I couldn't have had it from both parents because then I wouldn't have survived infancy. So I don't think she had it. Hers must have been a fluke. Glad I made it this far. This is so cute. I love this book. Well, and then they gave her radiation, like strong radiation back in the 70s was probably like severe stuff. And then that's probably why she got the lung cancer 30 something years later, because in her chest, you know. So I figure my mom passed away from lung cancer. My dad passed away from pancreatic cancer. And they're both, my mom was 65, my dad was 76. So I figured as long as I make it to 77, well, my goal is actually 80, then I'm doing pretty good. And so I'm hell-bent on not getting any of those things. So I'm just doing whatever I have to do to make sure. Plus I eat a plant-based diet. I've been vegetarian for 30 years and vegan and plant-based for 5 years. And so my doctor said she thinks that's probably why I haven't gotten cancer yet. So all the like extreme amount of antioxidants and animal protein actually fuels cancer, yada yada, all that jazz. So that was just a lucky fluke, I think. All right, bonus page for magical chibis, and we're going to look at that next. So that was the spooky chibis. Let's look at the magical chibis. Magical chibis. Maybe I should speed this up. Am I going too slow? This one's cute. This one looks like it could be more springtime. All right. This one's really cute. Love it. This one I can just see like bursting full of color in this one. Let's see, what was I talking about? Nothing positive, I'm sure. Oh, so my dad's older brother also tested positive for the gene. Didn't find out until after my dad, you know, got sick and got his gene test. And he had prostate and melanoma, and now they know why, because those are associated with it. But his daughter, my cousin, my uncle's daughter, who's my cousin, she's 2 years younger than me, has like 5 kids, she's severely overweight, bad diet, packaged food, microwave only lifestyle, you know, processed food. Well, my uncle had 3 kids, and only one so far, my male cousin, tested positive for the gene. So far, he doesn't have any cancer, so, although I don't think he's had all the tests yet, but we know he has the gene. But his sister, who's my cousin, the girl I'm talking about, she has not done the gene test yet. She doesn't think she needs to, or she's not worried about it. She thinks she'll be protected from cancer she's very religious, if you know what I'm saying. So this was what I was told why she won't get the gene test. And for women, it's much more serious to have the BRCA1 gene. You really are like bound to get ovarian or breast cancer in your lifetime. It's just a question of when. She's like, oh, I don't need to do that. She put a Facebook post or something. God was protecting me, so told me I'll never get cancer, so I don't need to do that. That's literally what she wrote. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. So I'm like thinking to myself, hope that all works out for you, you know. So that was, you know, back in September or whatever. Get a call from my aunt that she's getting her thyroid taken out, that they found her thyroid is full of cancer just a few weeks ago, which I felt terrible for her. Ironically, thyroid cancer is not associated to the gene, this gene that we have, and we don't even know if she has it because she hasn't gotten tested. I mean, if your parents have it, it's a 50-50 chance you're going to have it. Either you will or you won't. And I know from seeing the geneticist specialist at the research hospital that women with the BRCA1 gene who get breast cancer, thyroid cancer is a very common secondary cancer that they often find first before they discover there's breast cancer in there. I highly suspect she has breast cancer. But where she lives, it's not very advanced medically, you know. small town, rural, kind of blah, blah, blah. I don't think they're even looking at it. And I put it out there that you might want to, and she's never had mammograms. She's what, like 47 or something. She never had a mammogram, even won't get tested. I said, you might want to get that checked and ask your doctor about that. So I guess we'll see, but it goes to show you that diligence in medical care and a good lifestyle really can make a difference, putting off the inevitable. I mean, if I didn't even know I had the gene, I might have made it till I was 70 before I got anything because of my lifestyle. I might have a healthy lifestyle. But you never know. Maybe not. Okay, so that's Magical Chibies. And last one is Chibi Mermaids, which is also very cute. I can speed this up. You guys are tired of hearing me talk. I bet you guys all watch this on mute. No one's even listening to me. I don't even know why I was talking about that. I'm just like, just entertaining myself. I'm just gonna entertain myself here. But anyway, I've had a real hard year, so I've not been that into Christmas this year, which is a real misfortune because Christmas is my favorite time of year. I love Christmas, and I usually do my whole house. It takes 4 days to decorate, and every room has a tree and lights, and it just looks like a Christmas store. You know, I only did half my house this year, half my decorations show in the garage. This has never happened to me, but I have not wrapped a single present. I was starting to sweat it when I realized tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Oh my gosh. I got like 20 Amazon boxes, like packages piled up in my room, my giant like room, which is usually I decorate. I didn't decorate this year. I'm here and open them, and I've been shopping since November. So like, yeah, I'm having a real hard time. Here I am doing videos instead of wrapping presents. I told my sons, payback for all the sports and braces I paid. You guys need to start helping me wrap presents. So later today, they're going to find a giant pile of stuff for each other. They're going to wrap for me, for one another on their beds. Just that's what was fine. One of my sons, actually, he got divorced this year, but that was another thing. We had to be in divorce court all year for a custody battle for a toddler. But anyway, which ended up him winning, and well, they went 50-50 on there, so that was fine. But he used to make his wife wrap her own presents. I said, boy, I think she might have dodged a bullet in that divorce then. Like, he would like buy her stuff, you know, on Amazon like everyone else, and just like give her the giant Amazon boxes to wrap when she's wrapping all of our gifts and his gifts. Like, she'd have to wrap her own presents because he was so busy. Oh man, at least I'm not that bad. You know, and I love wrapping. Like, I make my packages look really pretty, but I just can't do it this year. I'm in escapism mode. Okay, that's the gorgeous Chibi Mermaids. Again, these are all Alexandra Fessie. I'll link these below. I also want to show you, I have a Disney Classics coloring book. And I have Pure Fantasy, which is a German book by Das Malbuch. I'm going to show you. The Disney Classics I got on Etsy. I have seen it on Amazon secondhand. Hit or miss if it'll be there at the time I link everything. And I got it, and I just wasn't that fond of it. Of all of it. I mean, some of them are fine. The big ones, I like the big pictures. I don't like little tiny details that small because I don't have pens and markers that small. My eyesight is bad. I like these bigger ones. So this might be a book where I just do a few. It's not really what I thought it would be. I was a little disappointed. I was thinking of selling this one. Oh, I don't know if you guys know, but I still have a giant coloring book lot for sale with 22 books. Maybe even 23. I might throw this one in. Maybe not. I'm not sure. And they're all fall, autumn, and Halloween. And none of them have been colored in, I think, except for 2 when I did like one picture. $50 for the entire lot. I mean, probably over $150 worth of books. And I did a whole flip through video of those books, and I'll link that below as well. They're still for sale. All you'd have to do is pay for medium mail shipping with it, so it could be like $60 or something. Or maybe I'll work out a deal with you. But if you're interested in that, contact me at I think my email address that I use for this channel is colorinmyheart@gmail.com. It should be linked below if you're interested. But yeah, I mean, if you like autumn, fall, nature, and or Halloween, there's a bunch of both in there because I had like 70 Halloween and autumn books I had to scale down. But yeah, you can color those all year round or save them for next year, whatever. This book is interesting. I'm not loving it. To me, it looks too much like they tried to cram clip art in here. So I think I'm going to let this book go. Maybe I'll even include this book, whoever buys that lot. If you guys are interested. Let's look at Pure Fantasy by Dallas Malbook. These are just pure straight illustrations. This is an Amazon book. I'll link below. All fantasy, kind of Game of Thrones type portraits, animals. There's some light grayscale, single-sided black background. I don't love fantasy, but I did like all the nature in this and like the fairy wings and the portraits because I like to use my Copic markers or pan pastel skin tones for portraits. So I did like this book a lot. Love this like dragon hat. And I'll link this below as well. And I'm crooked. My tabletop is slippery. Things slide around. I think I realized why I'm talking so much. It's morning and I had a giant espresso. I made because we have an espresso maker and a smeg frother. And I don't generally do this in the winter, but I made a giant, I got the Tirani lavender syrup and the Monin white chocolate sauce. So I made a giant like iced lavender white chocolate latte. And my big Mickey Mouse thing, Minnie Mouse clear straw cup. And it's 2 tablespoons of the white chocolate sauce at the bottom, 2 tablespoons of lavender syrup, the 2 shots of espresso from my espresso maker, and then a cup and a half of like frothed and foamed, like really thick cold foam, which my Smeg frother has a hot, latte hot cappuccino or cold. So it's a cold foam. It's like a thick, creamy, like milkshakey. And I use vanilla soy milk, and I pour it in there and put ice in. Oh my gosh, it was so good. But yeah, my heart's not pounding, but I've noticed I've been like more out of breath, which I think it must be. I had a bad sleep. And this is cute, like all the little woodsy fairy houses. But the lavender was very subtle. It wasn't like overpowering. And I used the Simply Pure syrups. So Tirani has the regular sugar-free and the Simply Pure. Sugar-free has artificial sweeteners, which are actually worse for you than sugar, but Simply Pure has like no artificial anything in it. And so it's the Simply Pure. And I first learned about lavender lattes when I was in Napa Valley this past summer when my dad was sick. There's this killer famous bakery called the Model Bakery. It's what Oprah Winfrey has labeled as her favorite bakery because she probably has a place out in Napa. And they have a cookbook and everything, and they have like the best to die for pastries you've ever had in your life. I mean, the line is just like out the door, like every morning until like 11 o'clock. It's insane, but they have some of the best coffee drinks I've ever had, and that's where I tried a vanilla lavender latte, and it was like, oh, this is so good. And apparently it's a real thing because Tirani has lavender syrup, but then Tirani's website says to make it with white chocolate, so that's what I did. Oh, I love the owl. This has like this light gray scale. I'll try to speed this up. Too much caffeine. Actually, I wouldn't even be doing this video if I didn't have the caffeine because I've been so tired lately. So, all right. But I only do that on weekends. I make espressos usually because of the calories. Like, I have to count in those calories. I've been like, I want to lose another 10 pounds before my surgery next month, but at this rate with the surgical menopause, I just don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know, but I have surprisingly all this month maintained my weight. I have not gained any weight for the holidays, and I've still been eating some treats, you know, here and there. But if I eat, you know, Christmas cookies, right, I stick within my calorie range, and then I eat like mostly vegetables the rest of the day or something, so it evens out. Or like tofu and veggies or something, like, you know, it's like I've learned to, in the past, I would lose and gain. So my goal was just to maintain, even if it's for long periods of time, and never, you know, maintaining is just as important as losing weight. So, but yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen with this. How does anyone ever lose weight after menopause? I have no idea. I had PCOS. I had trouble losing weight even before menopause. All right. So So that is pure fantasy. And however these images came about, I don't care. They're really well done, and I really like them. Okay. I have 2 more books. I have Art Nouveau's Women, which is a very interesting book. 50 unique images. No artist name. They are kind of old-fashioned looking. It's a really solid black. It's not like that faded black in the last book, which I think is cool. Thick line art. These are probably done. This was an older book. A couple years old, I think the date was, but I just saw it. I just found it. So this might be before the AI boom, but this could be like a clip art or thing. I have no idea, probably. But either way, I'm like, I don't care. If I like some of the images, I'll do them. And there are a few in here that I really liked. I like this one, the film noir, the kind of 1920s mobster look, girl look. I wish they filled up the whole margins though. Yeah, that's the Art Deco Diva. So there might be only 5 pictures in this whole book I'll do, 5 or 6, but that's okay because I like variety. And this book was fairly inexpensive. I'm surprised for like an expensive book how solid black they got these back pages, because usually they're that faded black on Amazon paper. And this paper feels thicker. Got more tooth than the regular Amazon paper, which in the book is pretty heavy. So maybe they do their own paper, whoever this artist is, or it's actually a company name. Speeding up. Ooh, that one's nice. Phoenix Rising. Haven't looked at this one in a couple days. I should get to showing you my Spectrum Noir markers. I do have a lot of coloring supplies on my Christmas lists to people. Everyone asks what I want for Christmas, so be prepared. I might have another video. R.J. Hampton's Moonlight Mischief. This book I did not have. I got the newer one, and this is Creative Hating for Manga Muses. I did not have either of these, and these are, you know, a few months older, maybe within the last 6 months. This is Vera Ma's Manga Muses by Creative Haven, if you haven't seen it. So I'll just do this one, try to speed it up. This one is really cute. I'm not a big manga fan, but I feel like this book was like emotionally expressive. The one this is sideways. Like she's crying here. That one is nice. I really liked it for some reason. And I can't think of many books I have out of like 500 coloring books where I would be like, I want to do every single picture in this book. The only one I've ever identified that I want to do that with so far is Hannah Lynn's Artist Edition Whimsy Girls Around the World. And I have like 8 of them done so far, where I would really take a long time and do the details. And there might be 1 or 2 others, like, but not a lot. There's always a couple pictures in every book that I don't want to do. So, I mean, I could see myself doing one of the Debbie Macomber Christmas books, all of them, because I always like most of her pictures, but some of them are boring, like, oh, let's just do a plate full of cookies. I don't like to do food. I just really think this is a nice book. It's hard to let it lay flat. I'm trying not to crack my spine on it yet. Did I miss one? Isn't that cute? Alright, lastly I'll do a quick flip through of R.J. Hampton's Moonlight Mischief, and I'll move on to showing you my markers. I'm just going to go back to front. Easily, I can flip faster. And this does have double set. This one is like, yeah, pirate ships. Nighttime things that go on. Places in the woods or in the sky, or neighborhoods at night. Very creative concept. I don't know why I missed this book. I got the frog one, and I got the last one that just came out. Oh my goodness, I just realized he has a Christmas book. I need a color picture in there from last year. Why haven't I done that yet? Oh, I know, I haven't had time, but I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. Okay, so second page. Oh, yeah, so there's 2 sets, basically. I think this was redundant. Or no, yeah. Oh, interesting. These ones don't have the black background. The other one does. Okay, well, there's the world's fastest flip through of R.J. Hampton's Moonlight Mischief. Now, let me show you. Oh, and I've been coloring in this. This is gorgeous. It's Lenka Filoninko's Magical Season. It's a bigger A4 size. This is an Etsy only book. It's got Halloween, fall, autumn, Christmas in it. And it's the grayscale and the liner. You can only get this on Etsy, but I got this last year, and I've been doing some, did this one. I'm gonna do another one, so I took it out. Hard to flip through. So we got like the autumn fall books here. Halloween. Did this one in October. So I definitely want to do another Christmas one in here, and I love it. The paper is so shiny and gorgeous, and it's just so nice for your markers. Absolutely love it. So I just wanted to show you guys that one. All right. So I purchased here this set of the Spectrum Noir Classics. We've got 6 pieces each. The blues, the greens, the browns, which I've started using, the pinks, the skin tones, the purples, and the other browns, which are also function as skin tones or earth tones. I have a very old set of Spectrum Noir markers, the original round clunky sets I must have had for 4 years now. I think I got them on HSN. I'm gonna show, actually, let me show that to you real quick. This is, the boxes are so torn up. I still have on my art table here. This is like when they first came out with them. They were like this. And, you know, mine are old. A lot of them are, some are dried out. Maybe 5 years now I've had these. Some are dried out, some not. But these are like all fresh and juicy, and they're a little richer and thicker in color. And I did get all of these individual colors on Amazon. Assuming they're still available, I'll link below. Sometimes by the time I review stuff, it's already gone by the time you guys see the video. So, I don't know. Not a lot of reds. Unless I missed buying a red set. Those are pinks. Am I missing a red set? No, I better look back on my order history, because when I bought these, I feel like these are pinks. Rose red. There's got to be a red set. Shoot, maybe not. Maybe I missed one. Anyway. Well, I guess I'll be looking into that. So let's pull out one of these greens. I'm going to show them to you on a coloring page here. They're beautifully blendable and go well together. Let's do a little bit of this tree on this test page I was doing for my video last week. So these are alcohol markers. And see, these are more like the tri-blend markers, the Spectrum Noir tri-blend markers, which I've shown you, which I also absolutely love, which are longer, but they're single color. So you can kind of, I feel like the ink is pretty similar to what you see here. So I'm going to do like a peregrine, camo, and bamboo. Camo green, peregrine, and bamboo. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a willow. And we will kind of test these colors and then see how they blend this tree. I want to lay out the colors just to be sure I get the darker to the lightest. So we got the pointy end here. Chisel in. That one's definitely light. Now, Spectrum Noir markers, I mean, they're alcohol markers, but they tend to feel drier than other kinds of alcohol markers, like a Copic or a Master's Touch, or a Winsor Newton. It's hard to explain what dry markers feel like. Not dry as in there's ink, there's plenty of ink, but I guess more like a Sharpie, maybe like a little more scratchy. Like it takes more pressure. It's hard to, I don't know how you explain explain it, but it doesn't have that juicy, moist flow like you would with some of those kinds of markers. So let's test on here. So I can zoom in. We'll just do the top part of the tree here. This is probably not even the right greens for a tree, but I'm going to do, why I thought I had them darkest to lightest. Is that not? I was trying to line up darkest to lightest. I think I botched it already. Hold on a second. Yeah, oh, yep, I did. Ugh. My brain. Hold on. Yeah, okay, now I got it down. This is the darker one. We're going to use the chisel nib. I'm just gonna go do a little bit dark. Now you can use an alcohol blender marker, which I should have grabbed, would work well here, and I did not do. This paper I'm using is my Nina paper. No, it's not. This is my Express Shiny Blending Card, which is actually meant for like the really juicy alcohol markers. Nina paper would be better for this picture, but that's cool. It's a little brighter white, but I love this paper for like my really juicy alcohol markers, my Master's Touch, my Copics and stuff. I'm gonna go to the next lighter one and just see if I can blend at the ends here. Yeah, see, it's almost too shiny for this type of marker because it's like gliding right over it. So you can still make it work, but it's a little more. This is where my alcohol blender will go in. But you see they are blending well, and if you go over the edge of the previous shade to kind of start blending in, it will dry. I'm going to get the third color now. This is not a good green for the pinks that I had already used on this page. Yeah. And I'm using the chisel nib just so I can get the color in faster before it dries, so I can still blend it. I'm just doing little circles, so I don't see any streaking. I have used these before on some single, like solid lines, like candy canes and stuff, on a different page. I've not used it on this paper until now. All right, and then let's get this lightest color. Should have found, like, see, there's not a lot of evergreen shades in this pack of greens. I think this is just their basic color 6 sets, 6 shades selection of each. This isn't like their full colors you can get. You can probably buy them individually or in a massive set. And I really need those reds, so I better figure out if there is a red set or if I bought it and I didn't get it in the yet or something. I have to check my Amazon. So yeah, that looks fairly nice. See, it's still drying. And if you got the little alcohol blender, you can go over the lighter spots with it and make it look a little smudged, like some fade, like it's a faded old artificial tree or something. I think it looks nice. Yeah, so there is that. Let's pull out one of these pinks to do on the ornament. So let's do a magenta. Magenta. Let's do here on the ornament. We'll do magenta, and these are good for like, yeah, the solid blocks of color. This bright white express blending card marker paper is, I mean, great for Etsy printables. As you can see, our Patreon printables. However, it is mostly for markers, actually only for markers. Alcohol markers, obviously, the more moist, the better, like for high quality ones. And I believe you can also use, I have not tried it, your water-based markers, like your Tombows. My Nina paper is a white cardstock that's not as glossy, which is absolutely perfect. I do for all my other, most of my coloring pages. And I get it in a thick ream. In fact, I'll show you two I have right here in a minute. And it is not good for water-based mediums, only for pencils and alcohol markers, or like fabric pens, like Pitt pens. But I do use that the most of everything. But this express blending card is a little thicker. That looks nice. Let's put a little bit of a stripe down here. Let's try one other pink. And then let me show you the other paper. So I have some more printables here. Yeah, so this is my Nina paper. Let me zoom back out. So this is a Deborah Muller page. You can see though, like it's not, this one's a bright white, and you feel it's kind of like a shiny, not quite like photo paper, but it's got a teeny bit of like silk to it. And this one's a little more of a dull white, and it's more, a little more tooth and a little more like a little more matte, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So it's different. This is my Copic marker paper, my A4 paper, and it's got a little more of a cream to it, which is just for Copics. A lot of tooth on it, but I still like my Express blending card better for Copics. So go figure. Let's try one more pink. Let's try this light pink. And I think, do I have anything else to show you guys? No, everything else is going to be after Christmas. See what I get for the holidays. I have some pencils, gel pens on my list. Books. Charlie Bears. I collect Charlie Bears. I think I must have like 60 by now. Mostly the mohair bears, which are expensive, like collectible bears. I think I have a few of those on my list. I'm running out of space how to display them and store them though. But they're absolutely gorgeous, heavy quality, hand sewn, limited, like to 300 usually per release bears. I have a few of those on my list. And they also make plush bears. They make plush and mohair. The plush ones are, even a plush bear is like $100. It's like, geez. But even those are really high quality, but the mohair ones are the ones that I prefer to collect. So I have a few of those on my Christmas list. Also, they came out with the new blend jets, the Disney Princess blend jets, and I'm like, I wanted that set. So like people ask me, what do you want for Christmas? So I have like this, it's like with my kids, I'm like, give me a list. So I make my own list and I send it out to people, and then oftentimes I'll end up with at least sometimes half of what I put on my list. So far it's worked out good for me. We'll see what happens this year. I have paint pens on there too. So yeah, that's a nice pink. I try to do the same color, at least 2 different spots on here. It kind of matches this pink I did from my Sharpie, actually. Yeah, this is going to go much better on my Nina paper, but it still works fine. You just feel like it's slippery. It's like you're gelled up with olive oil trying to slip around on a slip and slide. It's kind of what it feels like in my hand here. All right. And I think that's about it, everybody. After this, I hope y'all have a real nice holiday, and I will link all these goodies below. If you get any Amazon gift cards or want to treat yourself, which you should, as I do every year, because we are just as important as other people are, feel free to pick up any of these books or goodies. I need to start doing more tutorials and showing you more of my colored work and teaching you how I do what I do. This is like real basic stuff here, but this last year I've had so much going on, I haven't been able to do that as much. I've just done more of the supply hauls, but you know, I used to do tons of tutorials and stuff, and I need to really get back to doing that and showing you what I've colored. I have some such gorgeous like Halloween and fall work in my bin here that I have to show you guys. I think I was just waiting to do some final details, like some stickles and stuff, but yeah, I really need to get my act together. So if there's anything more you want to see in the new year on my channel, please let me know in the comments below what you'd like to learn or see or whatever. Sometimes people send me, I get lots of, oh, like for example, I got a big Etsy gift card, $200 gift card from my auntie for Christmas. I got it last week, and I'm like, I just went hog wild. I'm like, all right, I'm going on to Cool Craft Book and buying a ton of international coloring books that I've not been able to afford because they cost a fortune, and with shipping and all. And I bought like, I spent every single dime plus a little over on, but those might be delivered in the next few days. It's not gonna make it for Christmas though, but I'm gonna show you what I got because I'm very excited. And I don't buy that many overseas books because they're expensive, but then again, the paper is insane and the artists are brilliant. Okay, so there you go, everybody. Hope you enjoyed and have a good holiday. Hope you get everything you asked for. Merry Christmas.